Welcome back to Avalon and Ninth. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to week 44 of 52 weeks of Halloween. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. We are so close to being done. I know I said this last week and like the week before, but as we get closer and closer to that week 52, I'm getting closer and closer to being really sad that 52 weeks of Halloween is over. That's just it's so sad. So sad. But I'm so excited for this kit. So, I'm doing the voiceovers and all of the stuff really, really late in the week. So I literally am doing the voiceover, and as soon as this is done and I get all the other editing done and stuff, I'm posting it to YouTube. So normally this video goes up on Fridays. I'm currently doing this voiceover on the Friday. Like, that's how far behind I am. So tomorrow's video will be the video that I normally put on Monday. So with that being said, the kit I chose for my normal video is my haunted house party, and I knew that as soon as I saw this kit from Caress Press, I was like, that kit is going in my stash, and that kit is Halloween week. It will match the theme of my haunted house party. Like, the colors are still like on vibe with each other. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like fist bump, high fives, jumping in the hair, hallelujahs. Like, I'm so, this kit is my jam. I'm so happy for it. Okay, so I don't pull any character stickers in for this kit. I use the deco instead on this kit. I really have enjoyed doing that aspect, or really limiting myself to one shop sticker for that week. Just because I use so many other stickers on my normal videos, and then like even in the health planner I do that. I really just kind of want to showcase things about this kit, and then that way I can also give you a really great idea, because some of these shops don't sell sheets a la carte, so some of them come with kits, and it can give you an idea of how things are actually going to like work out in terms of how a kit might work out. So anyways, some things that about her kits is she does not have header sized washi strips. She does have different sized washi strips, which is completely fine. But sometimes, especially with this kit, I would have really loved to have had header sized washi strips to use for this kit, because that like ghost pattern there, and then the like plaid, and then the spider web, like I'm truly enjoying like the patterns and colors of this kit. So the last week was really, really boring. It was filled with a lot of work. So as soon as the boxes are as soon as TPC ships all of the pre-sale boxes and people know what they're getting, I will be able to share some of the items from my side so that you could actually see and actually understand what was really going on in the month of October. So I was a little bit behind in terms of getting like subscriptions done when I needed them to be done. They still started to ship that last week. Granted, nobody got their shipping notifications because that's how it's set up until the following business day. But anyways, that is neither here nor there. It was just filled with a lot of work this week. So on Monday, it was a huge work day. And then we did school that day, so nothing new. And the other thing that I've really enjoyed about this spread, especially on weeks where the vast majority of the day was just doing one thing, I really have enjoyed journaling in this 52 weeks of Halloween. So There was no Taekwondo on Monday for the kids, so that was a very nice thing for me. But the kids did amazing in school. They are making progress, and we are figuring out our rhythm. They really are. They kind of know what needs to be done. They get up, they pull it. I don't really have to tell people to get back to it. We are starting to get into that holiday time frame where kids are just kind of done with school because they're just like, but you know, we're still. It's an ebb and flow with everything, and they have really just kind of just found their own rhythm with everything. So our school days do not last super super long, which I'm extremely grateful for. The only one that has a super long school day is my oldest, and that's just because he has a lot of reading and writing that he actually has to do. So, on Tuesday, opted to not have a traditional school day. They did do a couple of items, but it was not a long school day. And then that evening with my husband, we had our monthly finance talk. And I know things are like supposed to get easier over time, but, and it's not like it's a bad thing, it's just, I feel like I'm sometimes not doing the best that I can do, since I am like the person who, obviously buys the groceries and does the budget and all of that. And I feel that there's obviously definitely room for improvement. But I just, as a mom, I feel guilty sometimes that I'm not doing the best that I should do. My husband tells me, he's like, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, but every time we have our monthly finance talk, it just makes me feel guilty. It really does. And it isn't that, I mean, I have 4 growing kids, so honestly, the grocery bill is going to go up. But anyways, I just figured I'd put out one of my little qualms there of that, and that even though I don't like it, I understand the importance behind it. And so we get it done, and we get it done. So that evening, I said, opted for no school, such a busy week for me. Kids were okay with it, of course. So, of course, they're okay with not having any school because they're like completely done with it. But they do far better during the week when they obviously have school. I mean, it's obviously challenging their brains. They sleep better at night. They're learning stuff. Even though, sometimes as parents, you don't want them to learn things because then they use that information against you. Okay. On Wednesday, started the journaling portion up there. I said, feeling so tired lately, kids are helping out, and we modified school for the remainder of the week. So I definitely had a lot of stuff that needed to get done, and so sat down with the kids that morning and was like, okay, what do you guys want to do? Because this is what it's going to be. If we don't modify the school schedule this week, the possibility of Taekwondo will be taken away next week, just so that I can meet deadlines, things like that. Like, what are we going to do? And they really all just stepped up, and we just slightly modified the school schedule and opted to things that were going to be like science experiments and busy work was opted out, and so we took things and made a lot more discussion time aspects that we could do while doing other things. Like while I was packaging, we would have discussions about books. Instead of them having to write the questions down and answer them, we would discuss them as a family. So we just modified a little bit. And that is the beauty that I love about homeschool, is that when things change in the family, we can modify as needed. And sometimes not everything needs to be written down. So that's it. I just totally took up all of Wednesdays and didn't tell you what we did on Wednesday. So obviously there was dance that evening, and it was another day of work, and then I FaceTime with my husband. So let's move on to Thursday and actually catch up. Thursday was payday, and so I had to pay bills and balance books because that's always what I do on payday. And then, of course, it was another work day. Long day of work. So modified school schedule for the rest of the week, so I wasn't going to actually mark down school in the planner because it was modified. And then we had dance that afternoon. So even though the boys did not have Taekwondo this last week, my daughter still had her dance that needed to be done, so we went and did dance, which I love dance days. They're just kind of, it gives me that hour and a half to just kind of breathe and just be okay with everything and move away from the hustle and bustle of everything going on here at home. And so it was just a small little journal entry that said, such a fun day at dance, costumes, candy, and fun. So on Halloween week, they always have the kids dress up in their costumes to come and dance, and they just have a good time. They usually learn like a little Halloween dance and just have a good time. So on Friday, quickly marked down that it was all about the groceries that day. It really was. Ordered groceries that day, and went and picked up groceries. I think I ended up doing a small Costco run that day, but I don't exactly remember because I also didn't write it down in my planner. So I'm getting to that point where things are so busy that if I don't write it down, I don't remember it. So, I need to do better. So, and then it was time for work again. Oh my goodness, what a surprise there. Time for work. So, and then another small journal entry saying, kids are getting excited for trick-or-treating. I sure hope there are people out and about. That was the biggest thing that I was worried about, is that nobody was going to be out and about. And spoiler alert, there were people out and about. It was not like what we've had, like last year was really low, because the street I live on, everybody hates to turn their lights on, and so we hardly get any trick-or-treaters anyways. The year before we did the haunted house in our driveway, and we got so many. It was awesome. And then this year we almost ran out of candy. I only bought one bag. And then I put non-treat or non-food items out there as well, and we didn't really get rid of those. But the kids got enough candy. I mean, by no means did they fill up an entire pillowcase, but they got enough candy. So, considering all in all what is going on this year, I would say that it was successful. And everybody that we ran into was amazing. They were having a good time and just trying to make the best of the situation. And I greatly appreciate that. So on Saturday, I did mark that it is time for Halloween. And then, of course, it was another work day. Nothing surprising there. No. I don't know if any of my weekends will ever be non-work days between now and just before Christmas. So, I'm okay with that because it's just this time of year. And I'm really just kind of okay with that. But don't be surprised if when you see on the weekend, it becomes long work days and not so much just other stuff. Because it is what it is. So, journal entry was, had a fun time trick-or-treating. Kids got lots of candy and everyone was friendly. Like I said, they really were. Everybody was just making the best of the situation that we were in. And nobody was rude, and it was a good time. And the moon was beautiful. Oh my gosh, the moon was beautiful that night. My kids were like, you have to take a picture, Mom. So I took a picture. So, and that double box down there, amazing. I love this double box. It's like purely perfection. So on to Sunday. Marked, so happy for the extra hour of sleep from daylight savings, ready for November. And I am. Really do love falling back an hour. It just makes my days better. I become more productive. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't, because once the darkness hits, I'm kind of like, I'm done. It's time for bed. But I feel more productive, probably because I feel more rested. Productivity just changes from day to day. Some days are more productive than others, and that's just kind of how it is. So, and then I just marked that it was filming day and to prep for next week. And I just come over here and I fill in the sidebar, use the last full box. Now, we all know that I'm not a fan of fashion girls in kits. Don't like it. Give me the extra boxes without them. Like, I'm happy with that. I don't put fashion girls in my own kits. Like, it's just not my thing. Just not my thing. I know some people enjoy it, but if it's there, I'm going to use it. And I always end up putting a full box down in that bottom left-hand corner anyway, so is what it is. And then I just put a Monday through Sunday box to mark everything that went down there. And as you can see, lots of work. But we did have a book club that came up on Sunday, and that was a fun discussion. I'm not a fan of big groups, and I found out that I'm not a fan of big groups on video messages either. So that's, if you were part of book club and you were like, why is Amanda not talking or anything like that, if we were in the same group, know that it was nothing. It was just my anxiety, my social anxiety and stuff. So and then just marked there that next week was going to be my youngest son's 10th birthday, and then put in this little quarter box there so that I could mark, I don't know if you heard me starting to say the ch at the end, but anyways, to mark laundry. And that's that, you guys. Here we go to week 44 of 52 weeks of Halloween. I love how it turned out, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.